Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of Generational Wrestling Podcast. As always, you are truly the 29-year-old piece of gold, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, Kid Breezy, aka King Too Cold in the building, bro. What's good?
I don't know. Apparently, I don't know which side my heart is on, but what's good to the people, man? What's good with y'all, man? You know, we just kicking it, man, on this pre-600th day episode, 3-year anniversary, because tomorrow we're going to be live and direct for the entirety of Dynamite. We got some matches. We got some championships. We're going to have some brews. We're going to have the people. Man, we just going to do what we do, and we want to celebrate with y'all. So we appreciate y'all, man, and I can't wait for tomorrow. But before we get to tomorrow, we gotta get through today.
Well, speaking of getting through today, man, let's just talk about some of the latest news and rumors. If you guys been tuned in to the last couple of episodes, some of the things we talk about are going to kind of rehash, the last few, days and so on and so forth, stories like that. But we're going to kind of go a little more in depth. And then we're going to talk about some stuff we haven't talked about. So really quick, man, just to kind of recap. All right, man. So again, it seems like the hot topic of the day is the Street Profits, man. Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, and bro, must I say, after the performance Montez and Angelo Dawkins put on last night, bro, hey, people saying, put some respect on that boy, Angelo Dawkins' name. They said, my boy heard the chitter chatter. That boy is an Ohio player from the Himalayas. And he said, we ain't going out like that. Hey, look, man. Hey, I want to come out here. I believe it was X-Pac, man, who went on record to also say that, hey, Angelo Dawkins, he's got the it factor too. He's got what it takes to be a major player too. It ain't just Tez, and I think Tez went on to prove that. And everybody went to Twitter last night, man. They stood up for that boy Dawkins as well. They said, hey, bro, like, hey, Dawkins, hey, he one of them ones too. Tuco, I know we talked about Tez. Let's talk about Dawkins, man. Okay. Do you see Dawkins and Tez needing to be on separate brands for them to really kind of establish themselves? Because you see what they try to do with Big E in the New Day. They try to put Big E on a different brand, but it didn't work because he really didn't lose the New Day gimmick. Do you feel like they need to truly separate these two if they decide to go in the singles direction and kind of really separate them from that Street Profits gimmick in order for it to work for both of them? You muted, bro. You muted.
Damn, my bad. Sorry, the dogs is going crazy. Still kind of hard. You can try. Now we talked kind of about this yesterday. We kind of briefed over it, but we kind of talked about this yesterday. And that you don't necessarily have to break them up or have them fight each other. Let them shine as they're like, give them the opportunity. Let them shine together. Like let one get opportunity, let his boy be, and then let his other boy, get opportunity. But eventually, if you're going to continue brand split, okay, and even though you'll have some people show up on other shows, but majority of the people will be brand split, then I could see that happening. I could see you doing a Dawkins getting drafted over. It's like, all right, we're gonna split up the Street Profits for a while, which people are gonna hate, but we all know that this has to happen. See, that's the thing. This has to happen because again, Montez Ford, bruh, he's ready. He's ready. It's a Montez Ford versus Walter. Man, dude, you kidding me? Let that boy get drafted to SmackDown and go fight Walter for that Intercontinental Championship. I think people gonna like that. I think people gonna like that a lot. But it's that opportunity of going over there and doing something. Now, again, they have to put the support behind these guys to make them look good. These guys got to show up and do their part, but the company's got to do their part too. All right. So as long as all that's going forward, then it should be good. We just don't want to see the typical breakup of a tag team, especially a tag team that you're established and so good, that's really popular. It's not like the Viking Raiders. Like if you broke up the Viking Raiders, I think some people would be upset, but then it's kind of like, we kind of seen this coming because they ain't really been doing anything with them. That type of thing, it don't make sense because we know you don't really have too many established tag teams, but it's like, but you ain't really doing anything with them. We'll see if you could do something apart. But then again, we've always seen that's not the case. Some people are just better as tag teams, and
Yeah.
that could just be the case, but that's not the Street Profits. It was at one point, it seemed like it was just going to be Ford and Dawkins was going to get left in the dust.
Yeah.
But Dawkins is showing, man, nah, bro. I may not be exactly where Ford is at,
Yeah.
but I'm only a step behind him and I'm
Right.
gaining. So
Yeah.
so as far as Dawkins is concerned, man, I like Dawkins's growth. I said it last night. I like his growth. He's gotten his shape. You know, he's adding, you know, moves. He's doing different stuff. You know, he's doing leaps over, you know, through the rope. He's coming off like he's doing everything, man. He's acrobatic. He can wrestle. You know, he's a brawler. He could be a powerhouse. He has a lot of different dimensions to him, and he's not bad on the mic too. Now, you know, he's got his charisma. He's got, you know, what he can do. What's going on, Kev? So you know, I'm not down on Dawkins, man. Yeah, I do think they'll have to separate because nobody was going to want to see them. Because I feel like if you put them in a one-on-one match together, then I think the obvious is that Ford will move forward, but Dawkins will fall behind.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that people don't want you to do. We don't want to see what's going on, Lonnie. We don't want to see people. We don't want to see Dawkins and Ford be bitter of each other and go into a rivalry, because usually that only leaves for one person going forward and the other person kind of stays stagnant. And we don't want Dawkins staying stagnant. So if you let them have a little bit more of a run as a tag team, you decide we're going to do a draft, but we know it's time to kind of give them a little something more. Absolutely. They've been heels. They've been good guys. They've won this Raw and SmackDown and NXT Tag Team Championships. They've got that. And they just put on a hell of a match with the Usos, which they constantly do. Yeah. So, bruh, if a draft is coming up, I don't know, in a couple of months, and they want to shake things up, switch a few people, hey, it's got to come to the detriment of losing an established tag team, but put them on different shows and let them and give them stuff to do. There's plenty of people for Dawkins to get better with, and then there's people for Ford to go out there and establish that he's that next top guy that can be a champion, just like his wife, because they both got that it factor. They both have it. That's the one thing I love about the way they push Bianca. They've actually just let her be her, and you see what she can do in the ring, and she's bringing it. She's doing her part. They're doing their part. That's what you got to do for Dawkins. That's what you got to do for Ford, and that's what you got to do for a lot of these other wrestlers that we want to see, that we know are really good. That's the one thing we always complain about with WWE is just we know everybody ain't perfect, but damn, some people, man, you're overlooking, and you need to stop overlooking.
All right. Well, speaking of overlooked, let's talk about Austin Theory, man. Let's talk about Theory. I really want to get in depth with Theory.
People are not happy about this.
Yeah. People are so like it's really. I'm honestly confused, and I would say I'm actually very shocked at the reaction Theory received, because, you know, he used to be in Evolve, and then of course he made his way up through NXT. And the funny part is, when he was in NXT before the whole Johnny Gargano goofy gimmick, you know, Theory proved that he's legit in the ring. And
we were seeing this version of Theory then. I feel like this is the same version. It's just we're seeing them not be so goofy, and they're letting them do more now.
Yeah, and now, you know, I think maybe if I had to speak on behalf of the people who don't like Theory, I would assume maybe because, you know, they see a lot of John Cena in Theory. I think
I see a better wrestler.
Yeah, but I'm talking about just like, you know, the whole Super Cena aspect of it.
Yeah,
you know. Okay. And then when you look at Theory, I mean, Theory literally looks like John Cena 2.0. When you go from the build, when you go from the body type, when you go through just like the whole personality and everything like that, you know, Theory he's kind of getting pushed like that Super Cena / you know, Drew McIntyre when he was, you know, the prodigy at first. But to me, I understand people don't like Theory because Vince is the one that's pushing them, and it's painfully clear that Vince is the one pushing them. But I think his skills in the ring actually warrants it. Like, this is one person who, unlike Roman Reigns at the time, unlike John Cena at the time, I feel like Theory's a good enough wrestler to kind of, I don't know. I don't see the hate per se.
I'll tell you what the hate is. The hate isn't Theory per se. The hate is the fact the people aren't, from my understanding, a lot of folks are not upset that a young upstart talent got a fresh opportunity. People are upset that it's the wrong upstart talent that got the opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen,
do you feel that way?
Riddle is who people wanted to see grab that Money in the Bank briefcase.
Okay.
Think about it. When he took Seth Rollins, I'm sorry, as soon as he hit Seth Rollins with that RK off the ladder, that's who the people wanted to see climb that ladder and get that briefcase. And it's not, and I think the only other knock that is on Theory is more of the company's issue, is because y'all decided at the last minute to put him into the Money in the Bank match. You decided to add an eighth man. You went through the whole rigmarole with the last guy. You randomly added Riddick Moss. I'm sorry. I said you never put Riddick Moss in the match, and you just should have made it Theory, who should have been the seventh man.
Yeah,
I think I would have bought into that, because it's like you never know who the seventh man is, and then it would have paid off more to why he got in, because he lost the United States Championship match, instead of just throwing him in as a last minute. I think that would have been a little better than what they actually did. But again, if there was no reason to take the title off Theory. And that's the other thing. It's like you had Theory lose clean. Again, we understand that Bobby Lashley is people love him. They like him, United States champion. But I don't think no one saw Theory losing the title clean. He was going to lose the match. It was going to be DQ. Therefore, he would still have the title. Now he's about to get a rematch for SummerSlam. You could have just did the match. You could have just did a rematch, and he could have just stayed the champion. He could have lost it at maybe SummerSlam, or whatever. I don't know, but I don't think it's so much that it's Theory that people were mad at. It was the fact that people wanted to see Riddle. Riddle is the guy everybody. I told you, there's only two people, man, that I think people would really be okay with: Seth Rollins and Riddle.
Sure.
Them about the only two people that was in that match. Drew, maybe to a degree, but I think people are ready for Seth to get back into the title picture.
Yeah,
that's one. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. So people are definitely ready, especially this version of Seth.
Oh, yeah.
And people wanted to see Riddle grab that briefcase and have another opportunity at Roman Reigns, because they felt with the tutelage and the guidance of a Randy Orton, man, he could beat that dude. Riddle can beat that. I think Riddle could really, truly. He's unorthodox. He's a different kind of guy. I think he could hang and beat the Tribal Chief. Yeah, he'll have a few losses, but it's worth that build, because Riddle's already that dude. Riddle's that dude, man. Everybody loves Riddle, man. He's popular, but people like Theory too. I just don't think they wanted to see Theory win that briefcase. But I said it when we were watching it. I said, and once Theory came out, I said Theory's winning Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
as the match was going on, I was telling you when Theory was going to come in and steal this briefcase. And I told you that's what he did. And that's what people hated. That's why it's like, but it was necessary, as you said, because it added extra heat to Theory, which is what you want. So it's a good thing and not a bad thing. It's a confusing thing, because again, I don't have a problem with Theory winning. Yeah. If Sami Zayn had won, I think people would have liked it, because no one would have thought Sami would have won. So for the conspiracy theorists to be walking around with a free title shot, Sami could have got that off. Sheamus, no. Drew, maybe. Riddick Moss and Omos, that they were just there just to beat her. I mean, Omos was the worst person in this match, because he couldn't do shit. The best thing he did was took that all 7-man power bomb through the table. That was the best thing he did. And so as far as the rest of the people in the match, let's be honest, there was only 2 to 3 people that folks was really like, Sami Zayn has never really gotten that big opportunity. So I think a lot of people would have been happy to see him get that. And to see him play off on that would have been different in itself. Like I said, Riddle and Seth. Theory you added in, it was like, dude, we already got the people we want to see. Now you adding somebody else that really we kind of really don't want him in this match. Like you can do something else to involve him, but I don't know. I just think that's what it is. People were mad that it's the wrong upstart that they want to see win the belt. They wanted to see Riddle. They wanted the bro to be the money. He wanted to be the bro in the bank. Okay, that's what he was going to be, the bro in the bank.
The bro in the bank. All right, man. So moving forward. So, all right. So there's rumors of Tyson Fury reportedly in talks to signing again back with WWE. We got Logan Paul who just resigned. We got Ronda Rousey who just resigned. We got Valerie Loureda, former UFC fighter. She just signed, bro. Okay. I got a question for you, man. So we've seen wrestlers try their hand in the UFC. And now it seems like the tide has switched, and we're starting to see more UFC/MMA guys and girls come over to the wrestling side of things. We talk a lot about building young talent. We talk about building upstart talent. And then you got guys who come in like a Tyson Fury, women like Ronda Rousey. You got Shayna Baszler to a degree. You got let's see, who else did I miss? I said Valerie Loureda. You got all these people coming in. But do you feel like WWE is relying too much on outside star power to carry this company? Do you feel like they still don't have enough faith in the young talent? Now, granted, you got Bianca Belair as the Raw Women's Champion. You got Theory's Mr. Money in the Bank. You got Liv as the SmackDown Champion. But I still feel like WWE is doing the same thing with these outside people that they were doing with the legends. I feel like whenever they get into a pickle, instead of going back to the legends now you're just going outside the company, bringing in anybody with star power, like Ronda Rousey. I love Ronda Rousey, but let's be honest. 2 years, 3 years in WWE, on and off, her character has not improved at all from a promo standpoint. In the ring, still not really all there. I mean, let's be fair. Shayna Baszler could wrestle circles around her. If we're talking WWE style, Shayna Baszler should be where Ronda Rousey's at 10 times over, right? Tyson Fury, I understand what that was for what it was, but do I think he needs to come back now for what? You know, I don't see that. Logan Paul, on the other hand, I will say he had a decent showing. So him, I give him the benefit of the doubt. He's a little more athletic than the rest of the people outside of Bad Bunny, as far as celebrities have come in. But do you think this is necessary?
Yes. And I'm only saying that because what is WWE?
Entertainment.
There you go. And as much as we like it or not, that's what they are. They can't keep going to get the old. They were getting the legends because the legends bring back the old school, the hardcore fans. See, that's what the legends bring in. The legends bring in the people that don't watch wrestling much because the people that they like don't wrestle anymore.
Yeah.
The entertainment side of it is for the newer casual people.
Yeah.
A lot of these Logan Paul fans probably don't even watch wrestling, but they're gonna watch it because he's in it. So that's what they're bringing. Yeah. They're bringing it. WWE is not about just catering to us or trying to, they're trying to give us what we want, but also at the same time, they're still trying to bring in what their main focus is. And their main focus is the entertainment. And when you get the entertainment, the internet startup, celebrities and all these other people that have 1 million views, 2 million views, 3 million views, people, not views, but followers and all that other stuff. That's what they're trying to bring. They're trying to get those people to watch their product. And by having a guy like Logan Paul be here and involved, they're going to watch it because they're going to watch to see what Logan Paul does. And they're going to think it's gold. And that's the aspect, man. I always say, man, as much as WWE is trying to improve a little bit, there's still world entertainment with a little bit of wrestling.
That's true. That's true.
And that's just what it is. What's going on, Kimberly?
Hey, Kim, what up? What up? All right, man. So I got one more thing to talk to you about. So of course tonight, and I want to make sure, man, I do our due diligence, as wrestling news givers and providers. So tonight, man, we have the NXT Great American Bash.
That's tonight.
That's tonight. That is tonight. So I want to bring up the match card really quick, man, just to show them a little love. But as I get ready to do that, tomorrow, man, we got episode number 600. We got AEW, bro.
Yeah, we will not be reviewing the NXT tonight. Do not ask. We are saving the show. We are saving our 600 for tomorrow. We are not putting it on NXT, not even for the Great American Bash. It ain't that great.
We got NXT coming up tomorrow. NXT. Shit. See, you throw me off. We got AEW coming up tomorrow, bro. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm ready to see what that boy Christian Cage and Jungle Boy, not Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus got to say. Like, okay. I think we talked about it last week. We got to talk about it now. Dude, okay. So people are like, okay, I like the idea of a heel Luchasaurus, but he's got to lose the dinosaur gimmick. Do you
will. Like he will. Eventually. You got to build up to it, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me. He's with the right person. This is where I'm on board with Christian being back.
Yeah.
He's a veteran. He knows how to work the business. He's doing what he needs to do. He's coming out. He's cutting the heel promo. He's got the heel attitude, and he's got the and he's supporting this. And people want to see Luchasaurus. That's why I say I wouldn't be mad, and I'm not mad at the way that they went about it. Yeah, it kind of looked sloppy, but when you overall look about it, they went through their journey. They finally won the tag team championships. They had tag team matches. They had some good tag team title defenses, and they won a couple of them that I thought that they were going to lose, and they ended up winning. But you were building up the story. Now, we didn't know Christian was thinking that far back, but we remember when that happened. We remember when Jungle Boy eliminated him, and Christian kind of had that look. And I think one of us said, like, yo, man, that I wouldn't be surprised if he don't plan something. And lo and behold, he did. He did plan something, and it was long-term storytelling. So when you have that, and it was good. It was okay. They had a run. He backed them, and they lost on their own. He didn't cheat them out. Now that's the killer part. He didn't cheat them out of it. He didn't screw them out of it. He didn't do none of that. They lost the titles on their own, and when they least expected it, he gave him the unprettier, and then he let it be known, and then he talked shit about his mama, and he did all the other stuff. And then for him to have Luchasaurus so invested with him so easily, and it plays off the Marco. You remember what happened to Marco stunt?
Yeah. I'm so like, oh, you grimy.
Right. So yeah, I'm not mad at it. I want to see what they got to say. I want to hear from them. And yeah, man, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Tomorrow's going to be awesome.
All right. So really quick. So Kimberly says she's never really been able to get into NXT. Shane Odom says, this is good for both Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. They both have a chance to change their gimmicks. Absolutely. And my thing is, I said that with this feud with Christian Cage, Christian Cage talking about, Jungle Boy's, deceased father, and, calling his mom out in front of him and his sister. I said, now this is where you get to see Jungle Boy become Jungle Man, because he is going to have to whoop the holy high hell out of Christian Cage. And I said,
he's going to become a man.
I said Christian Cage, he just has that face that you want to punch. Like, he just look like a douchebag. He could be out here passing turkeys to the homeless, and I still want to kick him in the face because that's just the vibe that Christian gives off. But I think this is really a good chance, man, for Jungle Boy to go his separate way, show that he's one of the pillars that he is. This is a time for Luchasaurus to really change up his gimmick and get more aggressive, because he's too damn big to not be aggressive. So it's time to lose all the flippy whoop-de-doo shit for now. Let me see Luchasaurus. You big, bro. Let me see you beat the shit out of some people and show us what a dinosaur 65 million plus years old can do.
Because that's the beautiful part. The dude has high intelligence. You mean to tell me, man, you're gonna give me a Luchasaurus that's gonna be more methodical and more, mentally, just challenging as a villain? Man, I wouldn't mind that, man, if the build of him is right. But again, it's time, man. Jungle Boy, people want to see Jungle Boy have a singles run. He's got his opportunity. He got to do his thing. Him and Luchasaurus, they got to have that they got that We got the championships. We were the champions. We beat some of the best teams. We beat the Young Bucks. We beat Lucha Bros. We beat whoever they put in front of us. They beat FTR. They beat Swerve. They beat and Louis. They beat Hobbs. They beat a few tag teams and they made a good run for what it was worth. But yeah, man, I'm excited I'm excited to see what happens. I hope Jungle Boy shows up. I hope we get to see Jungle Boy, man.
Jungle Boy
I think that's gonna be something.
Whoop his ass. Hey, you can't let that man talk about your family like that in front of Anna Jay. You got Anna Jay, brother.
First, well, yeah, you do. But first, he's got to deal with Luchasaurus because Luchasaurus is gonna protect Christian, and they gonna have that beef, and they gonna have that out, and then once they have that out, then we can work to the Jungle Boy versus Christian Cage. And they can have that match because that's the match people want. They gonna want to see Jungle Boy get back on Christian.
So is Christian Cage gonna make Jungle Boy go through Luchasaurus like MJF made?
I can see something like that. Not to the extent of what MJF did, but obviously Luchasaurus is gonna fight Jungle Boy. Yeah. We're gonna get this match. This is gonna happen if Christian comes out and he gets the. Of course, well, it's not if he does. It's when he gets the talking sideways. And Jungle Boy actually shows up. You're gonna get Luchasaurus. They're gonna have to handle that, and then we're gonna get Christian versus Jungle Boy because the next pay-per-view ain't for a while. I think until August or September or something like that. So I can see them doing the Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, during the TV tapings or TV shows, and then when it get closer to the pay-per-view, we'll get that Jungle Boy versus Christian Cage, and that's gonna be a match people gonna want to see because Christian Cage gonna let Jungle Boy gonna shine, and Christian gonna make sure he shine, and that's what we want to see.
Hey, Shane says, I don't know how old y'all are. There was a wrestler in world-class wrestling that reminds me of Jungle Boy, Steve Simpson. He was a great athlete. Actually, I've
heard the name. I've heard the name Steve Simpson. I've heard the name Steve Simpson, man. I've heard of him. I'm not too familiar, but I have heard the name.
All right, man, really quick. Let me run down this NXT Great American Bash match card for tonight. We got Braun Breaker versus Cameron Grimes for the NXT Championship. We got Carmelo Hayes versus Grayson Waller for the NXT North American Championship. We got Toxic Attraction versus Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. Then we got our guys, the Creed Brothers versus Roderick Strong and Damon Kemp for the NXT Tag Team Championships. We got Wendy Chu versus Tiffany Stratton and Wesley versus Trick Williams. Now that we got that out the way. But yeah, hey, 2 gold, man. So look, we shot a little bit on some news and rumors. Today is episode 599. When we come back on here tomorrow,
599
people, we will be celebrating 3 years officially of the Generation Wrestling Podcast. Also, episode number 600. Also, the AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite review. So we got a lot going on tomorrow, man. Too cold. How excited are you, brother? Man, we are nearing the 600, bro. 600,
bro. I near. We here, man. We here. Once we click off of here, it's it. Next time we come on, it's 600, man. So I'm just waiting for tomorrow, man. Make sure dinner done. Make sure whatever I need to do is done. Make sure I got my drink. We good. I got the TV on. I'm here with the people. Make sure we, man. 2 hours.
Wait. Hey, tell the people, man. Tell the people, because you and I, we talked. We got a little special announcement pertaining to tomorrow in our 600 episode, man. Tell the people what we doing.
We're gonna be live for 2 hours. Wait a minute. You talking about what happens after it?
No. We're gonna be live for 2 hours.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be live for 2 hours. Yeah, we're gonna be live. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, we're gonna be on for the whole 2 hours. We're gonna be on for the whole show. So we celebrating with the people, man. We're gonna celebrate watching some good wrestling, some good matches. We got some title matches. Hey man, we're gonna see that boy Brody King go up against John Moxley. We're gonna see that boy Scorpio Sky go up against Warlow for Genie, aka the TNT Championship. We got some tag team match. Christian gonna talk shit. Hey man, man, look, look. If you want to know, I'm excited. All right, I'm excited. I am pumped for tomorrow. But yeah, man. Yeah. But there's some big things happening this weekend too. So we're gonna talk about that tomorrow, man. We'll explain further what's gonna happen for the rest of the week. But right now the focus is on tomorrow, man. But once again, man, just real quick, man, these last I say, man, what, year and a half? Let's just say year and a half, man, because it ain't been a full 2 years. It's been a year and a half, man, that we've taken a really big jump and leap in things, and hey, man, and the people have been just steady coming and watching the show. That no, man, we appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate all the support, man. Just taking the time out just to say what's up or whatever. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all, man. So definitely, man, 8 o'clock tomorrow. You ain't got nothing else to do. Come hang out with your boys. Yeah, we gonna be on live and direct. So
Yes,
hey,
sir.
we appreciate y'all, man.
And for everybody that tuned in today, and for everybody that's tuned in ever, thank you
Ever.
again for tuning in to another episode of the Generational Wrestling Podcast. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, do all that good stuff. Click the bell, get the notifications, check out the interviews. We got a whole bunch of them. But until tomorrow, it is yours truly, the 29-year-old piece of gold. He is too cold. And the next time we see you, we will be live for episode number 600. See you when we see you. Peace.